Hi and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. My name is Nikki Kirk and this Q4 will be my 5th Q4 selling on Amazon, and that is kind of crazy to think about. I started selling in August of 2017, and by my 5th month, which was in Q4, is when I actually started to pull profits out to pay myself, and I have been ever since. Before that, all I did was roll over any profits that I made into more inventory to build that capital. In today's video, I'm going to break down Q4 for you so that you know what it is and how to have a successful Q4 selling on Amazon. I'll be covering the key inventory dates that you need to be aware of, how to plan your spending, what toys mean in Q4, why you might want to think about doing FBM, what sells during Q4, and then I'm answering your questions throughout the video. Before I jump into all that, if you like my content and like my videos, would you do me a favor and subscribe to my channel, like, comment on videos, however you want to engage. It helps me as a creator, and so I really thank you for that. This video is really a pared down version of my Q4 guide. I've just updated it for 2021, so it's everything you need to know about Q4. Honestly, when I was going through it, I was like, dang, this is like a lot of information for Q4 and beyond, just Amazon selling in general, from how to know how many to buy, what ranks are. I have my Q4 ranks as well as my regular rest of the year rank guidelines, so it's really helpful. If this video is helping you and you have more questions, the Q4 guide might be the best thing for you. As always, the links are below for any of my trainings or courses. This is going to be a longer video because I'm breaking down everything, so I'm going to timestamp it down below in the description so you can jump ahead or come back to things that you might have missed, or you might have questions down the road. You can come back to this video and check it out. Alright, so the first thing is planning your inventory and the key dates that you need to know. Jane asked, what exactly is Q4? So retailers have 4 quarters, and the 4th quarter, Q4, is generally, for most retailers and for Amazon, is that October to December time frame. So it's broken up into 3 months. Now some retailers have it different. Their Q3 might be that time frame because their fiscal year goes till March. It's like March to March or whatever. It's kind of in the weeds, but Q4 is that holiday time frame when we're referring to it on Amazon, and in general most retailers have that. It's the most profitable quarter for all retailers, or most retailers, I would say. In fact, Black Friday got its name because that's the day when retailers become profitable. That was like back in the day, that's what it was, right? So you were in the red or you were negative, not making a profit until Black Friday sales, and then now you were making a profit, you weren't in the red anymore, and thus Black Friday. So Amazon actually has these key holiday timelines dates in Seller Central, so if you're in your account, you can search just holiday FBA and this will pop up. But I'm going to break it down what Amazon says it is and the dates that you need to know, and then we're going to break it down a little further. This has not yet been updated for 2021, so these are 2020, but really the dates don't really change. It's always the first day of the month basically. So here we go. Key FBA holiday selling dates for Amazon.com. Stay in stock during the holiday selling season by making sure your shipments arrive at Amazon well in advance of key shopping dates. Inventory should arrive to our fulfillment center by these dates listed below to ensure your products are available for customers during peak seasons. Now these dates are really meaning in Amazon's warehouse, so you want to make sure it gets there by then, and these are the dates Amazon's giving so that they can sell to the customers, so your product will be available, not moving around and in transit and all of that. So these are the dates Amazon's giving, so they are really, dates that you should look at. So inventory for Black Friday, Cyber Monday should arrive to the centers by November 6th. Now this was 2020. I'm just going to say you should get it in there by November 1st. Same thing when it comes to Christmas, December 1st. You really want to get it there in time for Christmas sales. So that is the dates. And then this other one, inventory for 2021, or for us it'll be 2022, should be sent to Amazon fulfillment centers no later than December 17th. Now these are the dates Amazon's saying, and they're starting really with Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but I'm going to roll it back because Halloween is a huge holiday for us to sell. You can make so much profits on Halloween items. So for Halloween, you really want to get your stuff in no later than October 8th. And honestly, if you're noticing that your warehouse is kind of slow, you'll get these like, is it taking them a while to check it in? Is it taking longer than normal for UPS to even get it to the warehouse? If that's the case, you really want to get it there by October 1st, which if you're new and this is your first Q4, it sounds weird, right? You have to get all your stuff in super early, but that's how you have to do it in order to have it available for customers to buy. And you want the FBA inventory to be in the warehouse ahead of time so that customers can order it. Now, the most part, they're gonna be FBA Prime customers, so they'll be getting it in 2 days and Amazon can get it to them quickly. But you really wanna make sure, depending how fast your stuff is getting to the warehouse and available, you can go like up into that second week of October, but you're really kind of, you know, getting too close to the cutoff. Now, if you want to FBM stuff, it's a great opportunity. Every holiday, you can FBM stuff. As long as you can get it to the customer in time, you can sell all the way up until like that week of the holiday. If you can get it to them in time, then it's absolutely worth it, and you can actually make a lot of profits doing it that way. Now, 2 other dates in October that you should be aware of are the meltable season ending. So we're in the summer right now, we can't send meltable items like chocolates and gummies because they melt in the heat. But October 15th is when that season ends, so you can start sending in holiday candies and gummies to Amazon then. Unfortunately, it is now too late to send Halloween candy, but you can definitely start that Christmas candy rolling. If you do want to FBM Halloween candy, there are some really high profits, especially the bigger bags of Halloween candies. For whatever reason, those go for a lot of money. So as soon as you start seeing Halloween stuff, start scanning it. The other key date is October 14th, and that goes for toys and FBM. But I'm gonna get into that in a little bit because it deserves more time than this, but that's just another date to know. In October is when your FBM toy cutoff ends. November 1st is when Amazon is saying that they want all your inventory for Black Friday and Cyber Monday into their warehouse by. But I'm gonna tell you that even if you missed it, just keep sending stuff because it sells all the time into December and January. And the reason really is for brands that, like, if you're gonna run a special on Black Friday, you need all your products to be in their warehouse, right? But we're Retail Arbitrage, we're selling stuff all the time that is not necessarily specific. So, I mean, if it's Thanksgiving stuff, November 1st has to be in, right? But if it's just like general merchandise, that's like a good date to know. But again, unless it's holiday specific, just keep sending them product. Now, December 1st is when you should have all your Christmas themed products in, and any toys and like just products, giftable type stuff that you want to be selling for Christmas. You really want to get it in by December 1st. Now again, like I said, if December 1st comes around and you have more stuff you want to send in, keep sending it because stuff sells year round. It'll sell into January. January historically is pretty much on par with like October and November sales. Just keep sending stuff in. People are buying stuff in January that they didn't get for Christmas, or that they got gift cards and now they want to buy stuff that they want. So just keep sending stuff in. Also in December, if you want to sell Christmas themed products, you might want to consider FBMing it because, again, if you didn't get it to the warehouse in time for the warehouse to move it around and do all that they do and then send to the customer, FBM is a great high profit way to sell all the way through to Christmas. Claudia asked when to start sending products in for Q4. Honestly, as soon as you see it. So I'm sending in stuff all the time, and just as soon as I see Halloween, I'm gonna start scanning it, and if it's got the rank and makes a profit, I'm gonna send it in. Next up for Q4 planning is your capital and having the funds available. Family Lifestyles asked, what do I wish I knew for my first Q4? And I'm going to tell you right now that I wish I had planned my capital better, my money to buy inventory, because I ran out of money in November, my first Q4. I had to wait for that Amazon payout, and I think it was just a week that I couldn't go sourcing, but it felt like forever. I remember I was in Florida, like so much stuff is there in Florida to go sourcing, and I just couldn't. Like there was so many stores, and I had no money because I was waiting for that Amazon payout. So I wish I would have planned it out a little better to not have that week, because when you have that week without sourcing, especially in Q4, it really takes a damper onto your business because you'll see that lull where you're not sending in products, so you're not having those sales. And Q4 is not the time when you don't want to have inventory and money to be buying more inventory. During Q4, you want to keep feeding the beast, as they say. You want to be sending in inventory as much as you possibly can. I typically source once a week, but during Q4, I will be sourcing 2 and 3 days a week, and just hopefully getting 2 shipments in every week, because it is that much. Literally everything is selling, so you want to be sending in everything that you can. Now, if you are running into situations with payouts and you're waiting for Amazon, there is a way to get your payouts next day with Payability's Instant Access. When you sign up for Payability's Instant Access program, you get next business day payouts. So that means anything I sell on Monday, I can get that money on Tuesday paid out to me, ready to go sourcing again. Now, just like Amazon, they do hold back some of the money. So you get 80% of your payout, but 20% they're holding back to account for any returns or chargebacks that may happen during that time. So you'll get that remainder of 20% that you are owed on your next typical Amazon payout, which if you didn't know, Amazon pays out every 2 weeks. So this next business day can really be a game changer for your business. So what that 80% looks like, say I sold $500 on Monday, on Tuesday I can get $400 paid out with my Payability Instant Access. That means you're getting your money faster and you can get back out there sourcing and rolling that profits over into more profits and more inventory. Payability approves your account based on your sales and account history, so there's no credit checks required. If you apply, there's no obligation to sign up for the program. And if you do try it out, they gave me a code where you get $250 Payability cash in your account just as a bonus for signing up. So the link is below if you want to try it out. Again, you can get next business day payouts with Payability Instant Access. During Q4, you want to have your Amazon store shelves stocked as much as possible. So if you want it, this is a tool that can help. Now let's jump into Q4 and toys. There's so much around toys. We're going to dig into all of it. I see it asked a lot in the groups if you should hold out on toys, like buy them now and hold them out waiting for Q4. And honestly, I would not recommend that. I don't do that personally. Now, every seller is different and I'm going to tell you my story, so it's just all up to you, but I don't recommend it. Like you know, probably if you watch my videos, I like to buy stuff that's making a profit now, sell it now, and then roll that money into more profit. Now, you might be seeing a lot of clearance out there at Target and Walmart in the toys right now, and the reason is not necessarily that that toy is going away, it's that the stores are doing a reset for holiday. They are literally resetting their whole aisles, and the toy, they do it on all the different store, categories, but in toys right now it's getting ready for Q4 holiday season. So these toys that are on clearance are just ones that they're not carrying forward in their planogram, in their shelf sets for the holiday. That doesn't necessarily mean that the toy is not available online in other stores. It just means that these stores aren't carrying it, so you can get it on clearance, and if it makes a profit right now, go ahead and sell it right now. Unless the manufacturer is no longer making it, I would not try and hold out for Q4. Now, I say this from experience. So my first Q4, I got a toy. It was like $35 toy that was selling for $100. So it was making, I think it was like $40 to $50 profit when I bought it. It was a hard to find limited edition toy. However, every other Amazon seller did not seem to have any problem finding it because, like things happen, there was more and more sellers getting on the listing. Now, that doesn't mean anything in this instance because the toy was like 1,000 rank. Like, it was a ridiculously good rank. It was gonna sell. The problem is that it kept going down, 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 down in price, and my profits kept going down, down, down. So I started in October when I found it. I had 3 of them, and by the time I sold it mid-December, I don't know if I made a couple dollars. I can't remember, but it was sitting there tying up all my money because my first Q4, if you remember, I didn't have a lot of money. And so that was almost $100 tied up in that one toy that was just pointless. So just because it's a hot selling toy, hard to find, does not mean because of the way Amazon works that it's gonna sell for a lot of profit. So again, I tried it. It didn't work out for me. And so I don't want to do that again. I've tried other things, but you have to try everything yourself. So if you want to try it, go ahead and try it. If you think, but just be aware of how much money you have to spend and how much you're tying up. So that's not to say just because I don't do something doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. I'm just sharing my experience and what I've learned. Now, Crystal asked if it's too late to get ungated for Q4 for toys. Absolutely not. You can get ungated at any time and it is always going to be worth it. I got ungated in November, the second year. My second Q4, I got ungated in November for the big toy brands like Star Wars, Marvel, all of that, WWE, and it was worth it because I could still go out there and buy more toys because it was still November, right? I still had all of December to send stuff in, plus toys sell into January, toys sell year round, so it's always worth it. But if you want to get ungated, it is not too late. We are still in July right now, so there's definitely time to do that if you want to for your business. You can make that decision. It's worth it, I think, but you got to do what's best for you. All right, now toys and FBM and the holiday selling restrictions. Now, every year this email goes out and every year sellers are confused. So You're gonna get an email in July, typically it might be early August. Last year it came out July 28th. It's going to be about toys and holiday selling, and it's probably going to confuse you. So hopefully if you're watching this video, you'll know what it means before you get it and you won't be confused. And you can help other sellers if they are confused. You can tell them how it really works. So here's the email you're going to get from Amazon. Now again, this is last year's because as of this recording, it has not gone out, but I anticipate that it will shortly after this video airs. The subject line, holiday selling requirements for toys and games on Amazon.com. Dear seller, as in previous year, we've implemented holiday selling requirements for toys and games to maintain great customer experience for this holiday season. We appreciate your support and continuing to delight our customers. Sellers must meet the performance criteria below to sell in toys and games through seller fulfillment from November 2nd through January 3rd. Again, these are the 2020 dates, so it could be a little different. Now, here's the key that you have to understand. This is talking seller fulfilled, otherwise known as FBM. It is only talking about FBM. It is not talking about FBA at all. So what this email means is, if you don't meet these criteria, which I will break down here in a second, that you cannot sell FBM toys. You can still sell toys FBA if you're ungated and approved to sell them, but you can't sell them FBM. And when November 2nd rolls around, you'll start seeing when you scan toys that it'll say you can only sell it FBA, which if you're only doing FBA is fine. Even if you're doing FBM, it's totally fine. It's just one category that you can't sell. So don't freak out. If you can just understand that one thing, that is the big difference here. We're talking FBM in this email, not FBA. So here's the performance criteria that you have to meet in order to sell or fulfill toys on Amazon during the holidays. Your first sale on Amazon must be before September 1st. It does not have to be specific to toys and games. You have to have sold something by September 1st, any category, in order to first qualify. So that's the first marker. If September 1st has come and gone and you have not made your first sale, don't worry. There's still plenty of stuff out there you can do. This is just one category. Like I said, it's not that big a deal. I didn't even FBM toys. I didn't FBM at all my first 2.5 years, so it's not that big a deal. You'll still be successful on Amazon if you miss that date. You must have processed and shipped at least 25 seller fulfilled or FBM orders from August 15th through October 14th. Now this is the dates that a lot of people don't understand. So you have to, if you want to FBM toys during Q4, you have to have sold 25 FBM orders, anything. It can be toothpaste, toothbrushes. It does not have to be toys, just 25 orders. But the thing is, it has to be between August 15th and October 14th. So if you plan to meet this criteria, go ahead and start FBMing stuff now to get a hang of it. But your 25 sales will not start until that August date hits. So we have about a month. But that's one thing you can start preparing for if this is something you want to do. Your pre-fulfillment cancel rate must be no greater than 1.75 from September to October. Now, if you're not doing a lot of FBM, that basically means you cannot cancel an FBM order. If you cancel one, it's gonna make your percentage go really high, and thus you are not gonna be qualified. You can cancel an order on FBM if the customer wants to cancel it themselves. That's totally fine. It does not go against you. It's when you cancel it because you didn't know the shipping was gonna be that much and you don't wanna pay it, or you don't have the inventory. Those things that you did on your end, those are bad and they're going to make your percentage go. So your percentage has to be below 1.75. Now these dates and percentages could change. They haven't in the past, but you never know with Amazon, anything can happen. So when that email does come out this year, just check and see what it says, but this is essentially always the same things. Your late shipment rate must be no greater than 4%. Again, you can't ship your products late. At the top of every FBM order, it's going to tell you when you have to ship it by, and you need to ship it by those dates. So if you want more how to do FBM, I have a video, I'll link it here, where you can just go ahead and go step by step how to FBM, but can't be late. Again, order defect rate, that means what you send can't be defective. So as long as you're shipping relatively easy products, I mean, toothbrush or something, you know, how can that really go wrong? So just ship easy things if you want to hit that quota, and it's also a great time to start learning FBM and shipping templates and all of that. Aisha asked about the toy compliance documents that are going around again. So what they are asking for is a document that comes from the manufacturer of the toy, and generally if you bought your toys from wholesaler, the wholesaler in the guide that I have, they will sometimes be able to give you the document. If you can get it, you can submit it to Amazon. If you cannot get it, unfortunately, that means that your listing will be deactivated. So either price to move it or ask for it back and send it back to the store, return if you can. Now, it's really annoying because they happened earlier this year. It was a big thing, and then this last week it seems to be happening again. I'm getting them for stuff that I deleted the listings. Like, I don't even have them anymore, so I don't know why it's asking me for them. But unfortunately, that is going around, and there's not a lot you can do unless you can get the document. So if you have the manufacturer or your wholesale supplier can give it to you, you can always ask for it. If not, what happens is they delete the whole listing. At least that's what happened earlier this year. And so like literally every seller, like the listing was gone, which makes no sense. So they're starting to pop back up. People are creating the listings again, and apparently Amazon is coming down on it again. Now, does that mean I'm not selling toys? No, I'm still selling toys. I have been this whole time. Just some of them pop up with this, so I can't replan them, but that's not stopping me from selling toys, and it won't stop me for Q4 selling toys. Now, why might you want to FBM during the holiday? Well, it is a great time to make crazy profits. And I like FBM because it's like that instant gratification. I like shipping stuff. I feel like you get the money faster, even though I'm not necessarily sure that's true, but it feels like it anyways. And apparently, if you have your sound on, you get a little cha-ching when you make a sale. I never have my sound on my phone, but if you have your sound on, your app will make a little cha-ching when you sell something. So the Amazon warehouses will start to get backed up. Unfortunately, some are worse than others. Some are pretty good. They do get a little bit backed up. So that sometimes makes FBM a great option because you can sell it a lot faster, whereas the warehouse is taking forever, and especially during Q4, you don't want them to be taking forever on your stuff. So sometimes it makes sense then. Other times is when Amazon is sold out of it, like over Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Cyber Monday, Amazon will sell out of hot toys, and if you have them, you can FBM them for a lot more profit and a lot more money, and because they're typically gifts, you won't really see any returns. So that's really great, and anytime you can sell it faster and get it to the customer faster than what Amazon can, then you will make higher profits. So FBM is a great opportunity for you in a lot of instances if you want to do it. Like I said, I went 2.5 years without doing it, so don't feel bad if you don't want to do it. If you're just learning and you're like, I don't want to tackle that beast right now, don't feel bad, you don't have to. What sells during Q4 and what else do you need to prepare for it? The great news is literally everything sells, and I mean everything. Like stuff that you probably had sitting is all of a sudden going to start selling. Everyday items, giftable items, shampoo, dishwasher, like anything that someone needs, they're already shopping online for the holiday like stuff anyways, and so now they're just going to add that stuff. So literally everything sells. In the guide, I break down specific ASINs that I've sold, both seasonal and non-seasonal, just to highlight that everything sells. So much so to the point where the ranks, you can actually go higher ranks in some categories because things are selling. If like I can go up to almost 250,000 in toys because toys are just selling better. So in the guide, I have the breakdown of both what my normal rank guidelines are and my special Q4 rank guidelines. So it's available to you in the Q4 Retail Arbitrage Guide for Amazon holiday selling if you want it. Kelsey asks, how can you prepare for Q4 right now? Get ready for that August FBM ship date if that is something you want to do. Learn how to set up your shipping templates. Try a few FBM orders on small, lightweight things that will fit in a padded envelope. Typically, they're not going to cost more than $5, so you can buffer in that $5 shipping. If you're thinking about starting on Amazon, now is a great time to start. Like I said, it's the time that I started, so I mean, I loved it, so there's that. Anytime is a great time to start selling on Amazon, so just start if it's something you want to do. Make sure you have as much inventory as possible in your Amazon warehouse. Fuzz Fam asked if there's any downsides to sending in a lot of inventory, and there's really not because everything is selling during Q4, so just keep sending it in. I mean, we're retail arbitrage, right? So we're not finding lots and lots of stuff. We're not on wholesale pallets of stuff. Some people send in pallets, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about as a typical retail arbitrage, there is no reason to not stock your shelf to the fullest because it will sell as long as you're checking your ranks and Cuba. Other ways you can prepare for Q4 is get ungated now if you want to, if that's an investment you want to make in your business. I have a bundle where you can get the Q4 guide with the different ungating guides, or you can just get the Q4 guide, or you can just get the ungating guide you need. All of it is available. I've tried to make all the different bundles possible so that you can save money and prepare your business for Q4. Start to research what are the hot brands with kids, shows that are hot on Netflix or YouTube, all the things kids watch or play with. You can start to identify what's hot there. Keep selling, keep scanning, and keep getting used to Keepa, because Keepa will be your best friend. You can check the year to date to see how well it's gonna sell, how it did last year, all of that. Just keeping selling and learning as you go is a great way to prepare for Q4. If you want my help in any area, I have the beginner FBA Amazon selling course, which walks you through how to start selling on Amazon from no account to up and running. So you've got how to do retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, FBA, and FBM all in one course with 14 different modules to help you learn, and a community of sellers helping each other out along the way, celebrating their successes and first sales and all of that. I also have the Bolo group, which will be going all year round, so if you need help sourcing or knowing what to look for, the Bolo group is available. As I said, I've got the ungating guides. All of these expenses are for your business are expenses on your taxes, so they're all tax write-off. Anything, if you're in the Bolo group, you can use those PayPal receipts to claim it on your taxes come tax time. So all of these expenses that you are going to incur during Q4 are tax write-off, so that's just something to know. And as always, I will be right here on YouTube to help you out, making more videos all year round. And as we get into Q4, I will make any videos that you want to see around it. So if you have any questions or want to see a video more specifically on Q4 things, let me know and I'll be happy to make it. Wishing you guys all the best, a very happy, successful Q4. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you back here for another Amazon selling video.